I ask you this. Your Mets played early today. Yankees played early today. A lot of early games today. I hate that random Thursday day off tomorrow. A lot of teams are off tomorrow. I hate that. I hate when you miss the early game, and I hate when your team's off.
They can't play every day.
I know,
Relax.
I expect that. I'm just
Covino wants 180 games. He wants 180 games a year.
So I caught the tail end of the Yankees game today, and Judge is just being Judge. Can we please just say once and for all that he might be the greatest right-handed hitter of all time?
Oh, no. Of all
Dude, he's
time?
batting .415.
Of all time.
He's one of right-handed. I said right-handed hitters.
Well,
you know he hits bombs, but he's more than just hitting bombs. He's batting .415 now, okay? But Aaron Judge is Aaron Judge. Everybody talks about Aaron Judge. He's a superstar. He'd be the number one answer if it wasn't for Shohei Ohtani as far as popularity. And he does everything right. He's like Herman Munster in Pinstripes. Everything he hits, he destroys. He hits a fly ball to the wall. .415. So forget about the bombs. These are circus numbers. But there's another guy in the Yankees who's not hitting bombs, but I'm so impressed by, and nobody's talking about it. Okay? So I want to bring it up. And it's not about the Yankees. Yankees, schmankies. Who cares about them? Me, but not everybody, and I get it. So this is your chance to give early season props to whoever it is. Like, I didn't expect anything from this guy. And, man, he's lighting it up. Or I really like how he plays. Or, hey, we haven't heard much about him. I'm telling you, I watch him day in, day out, and he's really impressive. I want to know from your experience. It's a nationwide show. We're not watching your team every night the way we're watching our team. We see the highlights. So who do you want to give early season props to? And Rich has a theory about early season props.
Yeah.
And my nomination is this, and it's not Aaron Judge, even though he's having a ridiculous start.
Is it a Yankee?
It is a Yankee.
Of course.
Well, that's why I'm opening it up to everybody. I'm supposed to nominate someone else? I don't care about your Mets or Danny G's Dodgers or our boss's Twins. That's their job. It's an inclusive show. You tell me. I'm telling you. Let's chop it up. There's a guy who's been an all-star forever, but I've never seen him play day in, day out. That's the difference. You know who's good, but when you see him every day, it's different. It's like dating a girl. Yeah, she's great till you live with her. Then you really see the truth. I'm seeing the truth about an all-star who's been in the league for 15 years. I knew he was great, but seeing him hit, I don't think he has a weakness, at least not yet. So my early season props goes to a guy that you all know that I've only experienced for the first time this season, and his name is Paul Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt, who you probably look past because his name's kind of corny.
Corny?
I don't know. It doesn't have a ring
It's
to
gold.
it. Now batting.
It's not Paul Braunschmidt.
So Paul Goldschmidt, yeah, but he's just like an everyday. He's not. There's no flair with him. That's really it, right?
He's boring.
Yeah, he's a boring
He's
guy.
a boring star.
This guy has no weakness. If you're going to say his weakness is power,
his power numbers
are down because he has one home run, but they're going to come, and that's what the Yankees keep saying. They're going to come. That's just going to happen. This dude is batting .383 and has 33 hits.
Oh.
Actually, 36 hits this season already, if I'm not mistaken, if we count the 3 today. Every time he's up, he does something impressive. I haven't seen a weak at-bat or like a throwaway at-bat. You see dudes taking bad swings or they get caught looking. It's like, what a waste of an at-bat. This guy, first time I'm ever watching him day in, day out, is so impressive. I got to give early season props to a guy who's batting .383, only second to Judge, who's at .415. .383 to a guy that they thought was washed. Paul Goldschmidt still got it. That's my nomination.
Again, early, but
dude, he's still .383.
.383. I think a couple guys that deserve props. I won't start with my team. I'll start with other teams.
Oh, you're so great.
Well, because, it's very easy to say a guy in your team.
Oh, you're so great. You're the best.
But the guy on my team would be a great answer. Pete Alonso. The guy's lighting it up. He's has more, RBI than anyone.
But I don't even look at Paul Goldschmidt really as a Yankee yet. That dude's a Diamondback. So Arizona
or
Cardinals. Yeah. I'm giving you props to your guy. I always knew he was great, but to watch him every day is a different story. He does not throw away an at-bat, and he seems to be a great teammate. He's like no hassles. and he's a guy that doesn't have a lot of flair or excitement about him. So I feel it's my duty to be like, yo, what a guy. What a guy. I know I'm 15 years late to the party, but props to him. He's only second to Judge in the AL.
I think a guy, offensively, there's a couple of guys that get shout-outs. San Francisco Giant, Wilmer Flores.
He's having a season.
Who's a guy that's historically been like a utility guy.
Best known for crying when he got dished by the Mets.
Fourth outfielder type of guy. 7 home runs, 25 RBI, and we're in April. Another guy, Tyler Soderstrom on the A's.
That's exactly who I was going to bring up. We saw him play live.
The guy's got a stroke. Unknown lefty because he's on the A's. Batting .281, 9 home runs, almost 20 RBI.
And he's a young stud.
And if you want to go West Coast, Danny, I am so impressed with Yamamoto. Seems like any first-year jitters are gone now. And he's locked in, huh?
He's been a monster. And then as far as utility players go, how about Tommy Edman?
He's tearing it up.
So good. He of course came through clutch last season when the Dodgers acquired him. And
dude, I saw his stats recently, and I was like, seriously?
Yeah, 19 ribbies already.
You know why too though?
Batting over 300.
The Dodgers.
I don't think
Dodgers
there's anything
used
sexy
him
about him.
Yeah, he's one of those gamers. In fact, when Shohei was away for the birth of his daughter, they used Edman in his place to go DH. So Edman's really putting smiles on Dodger fan faces
He has
right now.
8 home runs. He's batting .272, 19 RBI, and like Danny G said, just stepping up.
And he's a great
hits.
He's a great fielder.
Oh, on a side note, I do want to give props. Like I said, seeing someone every day, like Clay Bellinger's having a crappy start, right? But man, that dude in the field is disgustingly great. Like he's really great. Did I say Clay? Cody Bellinger. So anyway, early season props is what we're getting at. And Rich, I know you had a theory based on our old pal Sal Licata.
Yeah, Sal Licata, who works in New York radio and TV. He had a theory, and I sort of was thinking about it. I'll tell you what that is after I give one more shout out to a guy that doesn't need it, but maybe a reminder that when healthy, you see Mike Trout's like back leading the league in offensive categories. Like a healthy Mike Trout is still.
Well, do you remember what we said? We predicted, just based on what we had seen, that we thought it could be a nice comeback season for Trout and Christian Yelich, who had a grand slam last night. So, early season props.
Mike Trout batting .287, 8 home runs already. So Trout's back to where he was. Your same usual suspects, the Kyle Schwarbers and the Tatis Juniors hitting bombs, but just a lot of fun baseball right out the gate. But here's the question. We won't be sports stat nerdy anymore. This could apply to any sport, football, baseball, basketball. Early on in the season, do you give much merit when you're about a fifth or even more or even less of the way in? Like right now, baseball, we've played 25 games. That's a nice sample, but still a small sample.
Small sample, yeah.
In football, after your first 3 or 4 games in the NFL, there's teams that are 1-3, and you're like, ooh, and they could turn it around, right? When do you start saying, all right, it's for real? Because the question is right now, can you give someone credit?
Well, you'd have to say like a quarter of the season. For whatever the season is, football, baseball, or basketball, because half the season, now you're cutting it close.
Well, you have to decide. Are you taking what's happened so far in baseball serious? Meaning you can't say, man, Soto's been a bust, and then in the same sentence be like, did you see Goldschmidt? I'm saying you can't discredit one without the other. You can't say, well, it's early.
Yeah, if we're saying, yeah, man, Paul Goldschmidt's doing great, how much does it matter if Juan Soto's stinking it up? It's too early to really say.
Yeah, so if you're saying it's too early to tell if someone sucks, I think it's also too early to tell if someone's great.
So your thoughts on that?
There's always a couple of guys that get through May
or
June,
what I have
and they're
to
batting
say?
like .330, and then they end the season.
I would say to whoever brings us up, you in this case, or Sal Licata earlier, our old pal, but isn't it better to have a great start than not?
Yeah.
I'll take that any day.
No,
yeah,
for
sure. Juan Soto or any team or anybody could turn it around and have a stellar season, but I would much rather have a great start than, like you said, playing the chase from behind.
Yeah.